Let's clear up one of the most common points of confusion for people new to ServiceNow. What is an SLA in ServiceNow? Before we start, if you're coming from an IT service management background and want clean explanations that translate IT service management concepts into a ServiceNow behavior, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and join the channel as a member. Now let's define this properly. What you're seeing at the moment is a ServiceNow personal developer environment. So this gives you the ability to explore and experiment on what ServiceNow can do for you in the cost of an email. If you're new to ServiceNow and you would like to deep dive and follow along on what you're seeing in the screen, I've created a separate video on how to set up a PDI, and all you need as prerequisite is an email. Once you register, it will allow you to explore the platform, install the features that you would like to further understand. So on the left, I have navigated on the application menu. So as you type in SLA, so this search menu is a keyword driven. It brings you to a place on all modules that contains the SLA. And depending on what you have installed on your PDI or personal developer environment, it will define what you will see on the left-hand side. But by default, you will have on your PDI IT service management and the platform capabilities. And right now, I type in SL and service level management module is part of the platform. And the other modules like ITSM is utilizing the platform capability for its own purpose. Now, as I click the SLA definitions, it will take you to this page. Now, if you see on the second column in ServiceNow, you will see three different mechanisms, which is using the same engine, the SLA, the OLA, and also the underpinning contract. So as I move to the right to the table and right click and focus on incident tickets, so out of the box, you will have this demo data that you can fully utilize. Now let's start with the SLA. An SLA or service level agreement, it provides you a time-based commitment made to your client or the business. In ServiceNow terms, an SLA measures how long an incident takes to meet the agreed expectation. So you'll see here that you have on the fourth column the different expectations. So it can be a resolution time or the expected response time. So in ServiceNow terms, an SLA measures how long an incident takes to meet an agreed expectation. For example, you have priority one resolution. The incident must be resolved within an hour, and that is an SLA. And you will see a second row here just below it. So you have an incident, priority one has to be responded within 15 minutes and resolved within an hour. So it answers one simple question. Did IT meet what is promised to the business? In ServiceNow, SLAs are usually attached to incident tickets and start running when the incident is created. They stop when the required outcome is reached, such as the response or resolution time. And from an ITSM perspective, this is the external promise. And before I drill down to the second topic, which is OLA, I'd like you to see what's inside on configuring an SLA. So what you see earlier is the title, and from here you can configure the type. Is it an SLA, OLA, and so on? And what is the duration of this resolution SLA? And one of the strengths of ServiceNow is you can attach an SLA in any module. And eventually we are very specific to ITSM, and you can also provide an operating model attached to the SLA, which is making it so powerful. Out of the box, this operating model, as you click this, it is fully associated to an operating model. And this workflow, you will see, as a rule of thumb, it waits until an SLA reaches 50% before it triggers its actions. So you have 50, 75%, and it will trigger the necessary activities and notify the correct people to ensure that the priority one incident is managed properly with the correct expectation. Now, for readability, you can also toggle this into a workflow view. Now, let us go back to the SLA. You will have the ability to configure a start condition where a ticket is priority one critical and a pause condition. So depending on your flow, now if you have escalated from level 1 to level 2 ticket, now the SLA duration will be on pause. So you can manage correctly the expectations of the SLA. Now you have the start, the pause, and also the stop condition. Now, if the incident state is closed, then the SLA also automatically closes. Now, let's move to an OLA. An OLA, or operational level agreement, is also a time-based commitment between internal teams. And the OLA answers a different question. Did the supporting team do their part so the SLA could basically be met? For example, a priority one incident is assigned to the database team. The overall SLA must be 1 hour, but the database team may have an internal OLA of 20 minutes to investigate or provide. OLA does not represent a business promise. It represents internal accountability. So in ServiceNow, OLAs are still measured on incident tickets, but they are scoped to specific groups or conditions. So in an ITSM perspective, this is how you avoid the blame game. The SLA tells you whether the business promise was met, while the OLA informs you where the delays happened internally. Now, configuring the OLA is similar to the SLA, and you just need to put the type in. You will have a stop condition, pause, and so on. And you could have your own operating model. And what you're seeing here is also out of the box in ServiceNow. So let us go back to the list view. Now let's talk about underpinning contract. So this is a time-based commitment made by an external supplier or vendor. So this answers another important question. Did the vendor meet their obligation? For example, if a priority one incident depends on a third-party network provider, that provider may have a contractual obligation to respond or restore service within a specific time. That commitment is tracked using an underpinning contract. In ServiceNow, underpinning contracts are used to measure vendor performance using the same timing logic as SLAs and OLAs. From an ITSM perspective, this is how you connect incident performance to supplier management. And let us drill down to this example. So in ServiceNow, you have the CMDB, or the configuration item. If this is something which has been met, will trigger this underpinning contract promise, which is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Put all three together using one incident. An incident is logged, then the SLA starts measuring the promise to the business. And the incident is assigned internally, an OLA starts measuring how quickly an internal team responds or resolves the issue requires vendor support. An underpinning contract starts measuring the vendor's response or resolution time. All three are running on the same incident, but they are answering different questions. The SLA answers, did IT meet the business expectation? The OLA answers, did internal teams perform as expected? And the underpinning contract answers, did the supplier meet their obligation? This separation is critical. If you only use SLAs, you lose visibility. If you mix everything into SLAs, reporting becomes meaningless. ServiceNow gives you these three concepts so you can measure service from end to end, not just at the surface. Now, I'd like you to pause here. If this explanation is helping you finally separate these concepts in your head, this is your reminder to join the channel as a member. Members get more ITSM to ServiceNow translations like this. Now, let's close with the simple summary. You should remember An SLA is an external commitment to the business or customer. An OLA is an internal commitment between support teams. An underpinning contract is an external commitment made by a supplier. It's using the same engine, different urgencies, and different accountability. Now, if you understand that, you understand why ServiceNow separates them. And one final thought, ServiceNow does not invent ITSM concepts. It just operationalizes them. If you bring clear ITSM thinking into the platform, ServiceNow becomes very powerful. If you don't, everything collapses into a noise. If this video helped you understand what SLAs, OLAs, and underpinning contracts mean in ServiceNow, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone transitioning into ServiceNow. And if you want more content designed specifically for ITSM professionals learning ServiceNow, join the channel as a member. Thanks for watching.